So this is the latest from Washington. You'll see, I guess it's the intelligence officials, whatever that means. They're performing improv comedy. What actually is quite disturbing, though, most people think this is actually real. There was no hacking of an election because there's no election. There's no tallying of votes. There's a selection. This whole bullshit is just to reinforce this idea that votes are actually tallied and they were somewhat fucked with from an opposing country, quote unquote. But anybody who's paying attention knows that there are no boundaries, there's no borders, there's no countries. There's one entity controlling the whole stage show, which is what this is, and this is all an act. With that being said, this is comedy. Everybody who's in on it knows that this is complete bullshit. Every time they say this information, this and that, Russian, everybody should be pissed. Nobody should be pissed. The only people you should be pissed at is the ones pulling this trick. There are no countries. There are no separations. There are no borders. It is all a guise. It is all an act. And these people are all laughing and knee slapping behind the scenes. So let's just delve right into their improv comedy act as they discuss Russian findings. You know? Countering Trump, all part of this whole divide and conquer. You're either with us or against us. You know, you either believe Assange or you believe Trump. I mean, you believe Assange and Trump, or you believe the CIA. How about believe neither of them and believe that it's a scripted polarity only to confuse people and cause cognitive dissonance? But let's just get into this, because I'm sick of explaining these guys. The humor is dry, and quite honestly, I think these guys are a bunch of pieces of shit. Let's just go.
Russia has clearly assumed an even more aggressive cyber posture by increasing cyber espionage operations, leaking data stolen from these operations, and targeting critical infrastructure systems.
Thank you. Who actually is the benefactor of someone who is about to become commander-in-chief trashing the intelligence community?
I think
scripted bullshit.
Distinction here between
scripted bullshit.
Which
scripted bullshit.
Encouragement.
Every American should be alarmed by Russia's attacks on our nation.
No, you should be alarmed that they would actually go through the process of explaining this and over-explaining it when they really give you nothing except for words. How is this any different than what the media has been doing? Oh, it's a little bit more official. They're sitting around in this half-circle bullshit position. They're talking. They're acting like this is like an organic conversation between people on a microphone. It's 100% scripted. If you can't tell these people are actors, you are... I don't know what else to say. You need to really wake up. You need to get woke.
There is no national security interest more vital to the United States of America than the ability to hold free and fair elections without foreign interference.
Oh, foreign interference. Oh, foreign interference. Like, this is like some big surprise. This is a big surprise. Like, that they have electronic voting and there's interference. Like, give me a fucking break. Why is this at all... They should be embarrassed themselves that they let it happen. I don't understand. It obviously didn't happen. It's all like a synthetic reality. But like, people who still believe this to be real, like, how do you even accept this spin of the story?
The soon elected leader of this country would put Julian Assange
This is pure comedy.
on a pedestal compared to the men and women of the intelligence community.
Oh, the intelligence community. Who are they? The men and women. Who are these people? What do they do?
Military that is so deeply embedded in the intelligence community. I think it should bring about a hue and cry, no matter what.
I love her little four clover little
whether you're Republican or
Bullshit
a Democrat,
earrings.
there should be howls.
Putin's up to no
Howls.
good.
Howls. We should be howling. Shut up, you fucking witch. Oh, Lindsey Graham, this piece of shit? Let's hear what he has to say. In his little southern drawl, everything's okay.
Better be stopped. And Mr. President-elect, when you listen to these people, you can be skeptical, but understand they're the best among us, and they're trying to protect us.
Script reading bullshit. Bullshit artist. 100%. See? Drinking his cup. Sipping down his little juice. These people are frauds. Every last one of them.
This was a multifaceted campaign. So the hacking was only one part of it.
What was the other
Yeah.
part? Before we move on to the other parts, show us the hacking. Show us the detailed. Well, this is just conversation. So this proves Russian hacking? It cannot be proved. Therefore, this is a stupid news story. It's all fabricated anyway, but something like this cannot be proved. The American public doesn't need to hear this. I don't care who won the election. Why is it any of our business? This smear campaign is just like completely... It's not just against people who voted Trump. It's against like the whole country. They're gonna rip this country apart and blame it all, have a scapegoat like Trump. So everybody's gonna feel the effects of it. It don't matter. This whole hacking shit is leading to something.
It also
Because they're really building it up for the people that are falling for it.
classical propaganda, disinformation, fake news.
Really, what we're talking about is if they succeeded in
This guy,
changing-
doesn't this guy have like dementia or something? Like, I'm not even kidding, but like, why is he able to? Let's just move on with these people. Phil, like,
results of an
this is such a
election which
joke.
none of us
We need
would-
new actors. This guy's like mumbling. I can't understand what he's saying. What's his name again? McCain? Oh
if
yeah.
They were.
Shut up, dude. You're not even funny anymore. You used to have a little bit of a comedic edge. Now it's just not there.
That would have to constitute an attack on the United States of America because of the effects if they had succeeded.
Once again, there are no borders. There is no United States. There is no other countries. It is all one. All this talk about this and that and borders, and it's all bullshit.
Would you agree with that?
First, we cannot say they did not change any vote tallies or anything of that sort.
Oh, okay. So they didn't change the vote tallies. Right. So what is this all about again? They hacked? What did they hack? Gmail accounts? Like, that's what this is about? Hacked Gmail accounts? Like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. I can't even believe most of the population even thinks this as a valid story. Gmail accounts were hacked. They were advertising the October quote-unquote surprise. They were advertising it, mainstream media. Maybe they're to blame. Maybe people only started digging into it because mainstream media kept saying the October surprise, the October surprise. Yeah, then there were no psyops in November, so everyone could dig right into all that bullshit, so that this could go off with no hinges. Otherwise, people would be like, Russian hacking? What? What's going on? Podesta emails?
We had no way of gauging the impact that certainly the intelligence community can't gauge the impact it had on.
Why is this
the
guy like?
choices of the election.
See, he's blowing the whole comedy routine by smirking in the back,
Made. There's no way for us to gauge that.
looking at his
Whether or
phone.
not that-
This guy's an part of the intelligence community. He's over the shoulder of the speaker, and he can't even put his fucking phone away. I don't know. These guys are fucking clowns, in my opinion. Like I said, jacket and ties. Jacket and ties. deception, bullshit, fucking color coding, nonsense, use of words, lawyer talk.
Constitutes an act of
A
war,
war.
I think, is a very heavy policy call. That
Put your fucking phone away. Who are you? You are a piece of shit.
I don't believe the intelligence community should make, but it's certainly would carry, in my view, great gravity.
Oh, gravity. Shut up.
Attacks to the Russian government as opposed to someone in their basement.
It's
Yeah,
very
of course
high.
The government
Oh,
has
wow, it's
named
very
those
high?
responsible.
It's very high? Oh, shit. Did you just hear that? They said the chance is really high. Alright, it's high. It must have happened.
Can't speak to that in this setting.
Thank you. Do you think we are communicating clearly to our adversaries in a language that they'll understand, that the cost will outweigh any gains they get if they try this again? And not only you, Director, but the others. How do we best send that message, do you think?
Again, just reiterating, there are no countries, there are no borders, there are no laws, there is no United States. This is all scripted Q&A.
Well, certainly the sanctions that have been imposed,
This idiot.
the expulsion of the 35 intelligence operatives, the closure of the 2 facilities which were used for intelligence purposes, and the other sanctions that were
Acting. This is retarded.
it's open to do.
They're actually like trying to act this out. Are you kidding? This is so stupid. Intelligence leaders. These guys are intelligent. Well, I know a little bit about computer sciences, and I think it's impossible to pin a hacking attack on anybody. It's a fucking ridiculous claim. This is a joke. Don't listen to these guys just because they're in suit and ties, jacket and ties. It's a fucking visual scam. The jacket and tie itself. Think about how much less these people would make sense to us if they just wore jeans and everything. They differentiate citizens from intelligent leaders. Intelligence leaders. They just wear a suit and tie and they're actors. They're no different than like Brad Pitt or Mark Wahlberg, any of these clowns that push propaganda. They're no different. It's just another layer of propaganda. These are just actors. That's it. That's it.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you for you and the ranking member for holding this hearing. And I also want to thank you, General Clapper, Mr. Secretary, for your service, as this might be your last hearing, and the men and women you lead. You know,
What?
you described in your testimony the increasing attacks we're seeing, not just from Russia, but
Is that a
China and
threat
other
or something?
actors, Iran,
Weird.
North Korea. They're increasing capabilities.
Look at
The
these
chairman's
cameramen.
opening-
This is so corny. Like they like waltz around the room. Again, picture these people just in casual gear. I'm talking about the quote-unquote politicians, quote-unquote government officials. They love to differentiate through visual aspects.
North Korea and Iran, it
Right.
is a very relatively low cost acts that can cause havoc. And what I think we've seen over time is that they keep pushing the envelope
Yep.
as their capabilities improve and they're willing to exercise those capabilities.
So if that's the case, and it's glad that I think there's some consensus here. You're talking.
Can you guys not see how scripted this whole fucking bullshit is? This is scripted. These people in the background are there just as little props. They're not going to speak at all. What is the purpose of them being in this conference? They're props. Just like KJ's pancakes were props. Everything in KJ's explanation was a prop. It was not real. He's not in a hospital. This is all synthesized reality. Synthetic reality. That's all you're seeing. It's bullshit in all levels. YouTube, fucking the CIA. It's just synthetic reality being pushed on a nonstop basis.
We don't have to publicize it. Do you think that's the kind of action that would say, hey, don't do this, or we're going to come back and retaliate at our time, our choosing, and crush you?
High school drama. Doesn't it sound like high school drama? It does to me. These guys are wearing suit and ties again. Suit and ties. Visual
Senator,
distractions. These people are actually idiots. This guy is ready to act. Watch how shitty this act will be.
What do we mean by a proportional response?
What do we mean by this? This guy's an idiot.
Right, you're talking about asymmetric responses, which I fully agree with.
That's right. Or in instances that are significantly serious and grave.
Serious, grave. Shut the fuck up. Serious and grave? It's the same word. They're synonyms for each other. This is the intelligence community? They seem like idiots, honestly. They like draw out their dialogue to make it seem like they got something like important to say, but they just use adjectives.
Whether a
Actors.
more than proportional response is required.
This guy's an
to
actor.
Really set that.
Can you see that? He's an actor. This lady in the background is a prop.
Nobody seems to be intimidated by us right now. So let me give another.
Why should anybody be intimidated by you? All you guys do is wear suits and sit in a circular room. Why are we intimidated by you again? You guys are clowns. You guys are fucking actors. This guy is a prop. This man back here is a prop. This person is a prop. And the person speaking is a prop. They're all props. On a stage, they are actors. This is not real. It is bullshit.
Very sensitive information, as you know, that they could use against intelligence operatives and military members. And Senator Inhofe asked the question, did we retaliate again? What did we do?
This is a
The
play.
answer that
Again, this is a play. This guy is a prop in the background. This guy is a prop. This man is also a prop, but he is vocalizing an agenda. Duality and bullshit. He's
22
smiling.
million American federal military intel workers got hacked by the Chinese. So the president signed this.
Better take notes. They told me as a prop in the background, I better take notes. This is garbage. I'm sorry about the video. This is live, guys.
Have they?
So I'm just going to let it go.
I thought you said they're continuing to.
I indicated my testimony.
I'm sorry. I thought you said in your testimony today that they continue to conduct cyber attacks.
They continue to conduct cyber espionage. They have.
So what does that statement even mean? So a superpower is involving itself in cyber espionage? Don't we do this? Like what is even the point of this conference?
As best we can tell, there has been a reduction, and I think
all these people in the back are just really good at staying still. And I don't like
cyber attack against our nation.
we did not retaliate against an act of espionage any more than other countries necessarily have retaliated against us for when we conduct espionage.
One of the most important things to me is the statement
This is all scripted bullshit to make it seem like this whole Russian hacking thing was real. Again, presidents are selected. Please do not forget this. There was no tallying of votes. There was no election. There was a selection. So, again, this is bullshit play acting.
Stated here, you have high confidence in those conclusions, that the Russians were behind it, that it was intended to interfere with our elections, and that approval went to the highest levels of the Russian government. Have you learned anything subsequently that you can tell us here today to contradict those findings that you publicly stated last October?
No. In fact, if anything, what we've since learned just reinforces that statement of the 7th of October.
And there was no political intention. You were simply reporting facts as you saw them. I presume that's correct. Your history is one of being non-political.
Absolutely.
Why is everyone so fucking stupid?